Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt as we work on the next DLC. So, we're about to meet up with a bunch of knights, and I'm imagining that this will be the beginning of us going to that unexplored territory on our map. Hello, peasant.
This be the witchman, freak of nature. Pick more interesting things from my nose.
Huh. Alright, here we go.
Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison had left this land tillers at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you,
Well, we
of
like
course,
these
but
guys.
do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
Get rid of these bandits. Worst ones will come to replace them. Nah, just kill any bandits that show up. So, again, were these guys from previous games, or we're just assuming these are two people from Geralt's past, but they've never actually appeared in a previous game?
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
Alright.
They's a coming!
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
Hello, kitty cat. Yeah, that's what we usually say when we notice cats getting hissed at. What, we've allowed them to get away with this much already?
Hark! Contemptible curs!
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Lawnfall, call upon you to repent. Search your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular punch and Judy here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Right good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other farts?
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint, and they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
Well, there's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. Folk will say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go unpunished. I swear upon the Heron you will pay with your own blood. By the crane, villains, ready your arms.
I like these guys. They're great. All right, hold on. Let me make sure I got the right oil on my blade. And do I have anything decent in terms of? Oh yes, I do. .30 armor piercing is definitely worth putting on there. Okay, good enough.
Don't be a beard!
I still don't know what the what exactly the yellow around certain guys are. If that's supposed to be like the head soldier, or I don't know. Apparently we're really into lopping heads off, because that's happened a couple of times now. Where's the archer? There he is. I see you.
Time to end this.
Don't let him catch his breath!
Okay, hold on. I'm pretty sure I'm out of that oil. Let's just reapply that. Bounce out over here. I do enjoy the horses helping out. What are you gonna do now? Yeah, now you're all dead.
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from
Because
their
they're
necks.
scared.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
Yeah, but I wanna loot all the bodies. Damn it.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
Nah.
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
Okay.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. The bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known. Save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
I like how Geralt's face is all messed up, like he's got, you know, his veins are all sticking out, because I'm assuming during the fight I was either poisoned or I'm getting like that because my toxicity went up somehow. Or just because of adrenaline, I'm not sure.
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident. I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ah, then post haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint!
To Tucson. To Tucson. Where can Roach get cool armor like that? So I'm assuming we will now be in this new land, which will be Tucson. Which I can never remember what it is. It's like whenever I look at my map, I very rarely look at that area. And as for Novigrad, I think there's like one question mark in the whole land that I didn't explore, and I think it's just like a either a sunken treasure or like a smuggler's treasure or something like that because it's in the middle of the river. But everything else I've now explored and cleared out. So Skellige will be the next one I'll do. I mean, I do all that on my own, um, but Skellige will be the next one that I'll really focus on when it comes to that because there are tons of stuff to be discovered. I think most of it's just again, it's just like little treasures and stuff buried or sunken from ships or monster nests.
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
Exactly as French as you remembered it, right?
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about
Great
when you
scenery.
have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
Do you insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Well, that's a thing. Oh, this dude's screwed.
For my lady! Watch out!
Well, not going good. So real quick, let's see. Actually, what would he be? Like, basically an Agroid? I mean, that's my guess.
I kill a monster.
Well, that did nothing to it. Yacht. And I got that up just in time. You're dead. So that's the first giant that we fought.
Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
Better be.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
Dun dun
The river
dun.
surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth, then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
Okay, it sounds like a deal. So, it's like a mix of French and, I don't know, Norwegian, Swedish. Alright.
Such good fortune you found us.
Indeed. So, how bad exactly did that screw up my armor and my weapons? Well, they're all banged up, which sucks. Alright. 69, 66. Oops. Alright. It's probably good enough. I definitely need to sell all of these swords and things that I got on me. So let's take a little peek here. The Beats of Toussaint. Alright, so at least we know right away that we will be here for a long time, because look at all the notice boards. And there's 7 notice boards on this map, which means 7 opportunities for hunts and contracts, so that's always good. Alright. Let's go. Lead the way at a little quicker pace than what we're doing.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Palmerin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Mutations and Grand Master Witcher gear. In Blood and Wine, you can undergo additional Witcher mutations to unlock new capabilities. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read it and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about these mutations. Are you kidding me? Professor Moreau? Like the island of Dr. Moreau? They say a master craftsman lives in Toussaint who can craft Witcher gear of unequaled quality. What's more, you receive special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set of this extraordinary equipment. Okay, you will not regret investigating these new options, I'll bet.
My hand shakes so bad, I cannot hold my tools.
Our knights challenge each other for sport.
So that's it? We're not having any more
Can't
conversations?
get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
Still weird, man. Still weird.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Or
Let's
they've
look
all been
around,
killed.
Make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
I was gonna say, I already hear our friends, the drowners. Or drowned dead, or whatever they happen to be.
Got guests. Careful.
Oh, really unpleasant versions of them. Man, you guys suck. Wow, I don't want to be near them.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Well,
Notice anything interesting?
Alas, nothing.
alright, well, I saw some... There it is. Can I examine this? There we go.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Well, here's pools of blood.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
Did he just draw his sword? Or put it away? Come on. Come on, Geralt, face it. Ah.
silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank.
It stands for DLC. I wonder. Maybe because we're playing a DLC? Are we being completely tongue-in-cheek?
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
They're all watching us anyway. Ah.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast.
Unless the beast is controlled by someone.
Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Indeed. I'm just assuming this is the way we gotta go here. Come on, Milton. Crying out loud, you're slow as molasses.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful. Say, do witches eat their cheese before dessert or after?
We eat our cheese whenever we want.
The corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrick's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
Crayfish chowder. What do we got here? Crane Isle closed. Following Captain de la Tour's recommendation, the prison upon Crane Isle and its vicinity are hereby declared no entry zone. So it's a prison. Any trespassing upon this terrain or activities deemed distracting to the prison's guards is strictly prohibited. Only the families of inmates are allowed to visit, and even then, only upon presentation of a permit issued by the Ducal Chancellery. Minister of Justice Victor Tremblay. Take that. Wanted, the White Wolf. I'm the White Wolf! Oh, to serve as a guide. Okay. The Witcher Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, is wanted to serve as a guide. His potential employer guarantees an ample wage for this unusual contract. For more information, he should go to Count Belladal's temporary base camp in Toussaint. Note: we kindly request all other persons not present themselves at said camp under the pretense of being Geralt of Rivia. Count Belladal was not born yesterday and can easily tell who is a witcher and who is faking it. All those journeying to his camp in shabby costumes with wooden swords strapped to their backs can save themselves the trouble and turn back. That's pretty funny. Notice from Ducal Camerlengo, calling all knights errant and other strong men. The duchy needs you. Your aid is required. Bounteous rewards are in the offing. More details available at the Ducal Camerlengo's offices on Knights Dormant Square. Announcement from the Office of Internal Revenue of the Duchy of Tucson. The Office of Internal Revenue hereby announces a limited live auction to be held regarding the sale of a piece of developed real estate and accompanying agricultural land located in the Caraberta Woods region, having been left to the ducal treasury by the late Count Crespi, who departed this world without any heirs. Due to the unique nature of the Bellegarde estate and its important role in the production of wine bringing great fame to the duchy in all corners of the world, only subjects of the Duchy of Tucson shall be allowed to participate in the auction. To all knights errant and other such men of arms, be it known far and wide that the services of voluntary keepers of the peace shall be needed. Minor problems are expected to arise during the transfer of the above-mentioned real estate, and said problems, for their dissolution, could require the application of direct physical force. All volunteers are asked to report to the field office by the Procurator General of Tucson near Plegman's Bridge, that is to say, to the place where the auction shall be held. Okay. The Great Bouclier Gwent Tournament. Gwent Tournament! It is Count Monier's supreme delight to announce a Gwent tournament of his organization. Those wishing to take part should register at the Pheasantry. Please note, this tournament features a new faction developed by Count Monier himself. Let the games begin. New faction for Gwent. Our addiction continues. Contract for a Witcher or Witchers caravan escort to a Witcher or Witchers. The Bouclier Coopers Guild is seeking an individual or individuals willing to escort a merchant convoy through an area threatened by the Great White Terror. More information can be obtained from Gaston Legaff at the merchant's camp in the forest to the north of Coronata Vineyard. Malgrim Poulian, Undersecretary for Threats and Risk Management, Bouclier Coopers Guild. Well, we just got a whole bunch of stuff.
Could be good coin to be made.
Alright. Let's just make sure this is all officially read. Okay, this is the summons. There's a new quest. There's a new quest. How many? There's a third. Fourth. Just from one notice board.
I married a dope.
5.
Mother said he was. I should have listened.
It's got to be it. 5 new missions just from one notice board. That's awesome. Alright.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish.
Boo.
I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited 2 men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Like Milton said, I've come from the north at the Duchess's behest to deal with the beast.
Yes, but who are you? A knight? A mercenary? A soldier?
Geralt is a witcher, a master of his trade. He has questions for you about the beast's most recent victim.
I don't like you talking down to my friend.
The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Sounds like a Slayer song.
Please, or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
a blood-red sky.
To the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head popping, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left?
No.
Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Ninnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Well, of course they do.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswell.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
And we've seen similar crap in Novigrad from all the the witch hunters and the not the hell they called. Well, you guys who've played the game or been following my stream, you know what I'm talking about. The Eternal Fire, those guys, those jerks.
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster.
Which is in line with what I was going to say. We know how all those guys were. Now, they wanted to kill anything that wasn't human and all. However, they would also manipulate whenever they could. And here it could be somebody who's pissed off at how they, people have strayed from the old ways, etc., and they might be sending whatever this beast is as, like, their own way of getting people to go back to the old ways, to scare everyone into going back to a tradition. Who knows? Who knows? Could be something along those lines.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Loot. Yeah, we'll take it. Information for tournament participants. Dear fellow Gwent lovers, see, I'm glad I took this. Allow me to present myself, Count Monnier, the organizer of this Gwent tournament. As you most probably know, I have introduced a new faction to our beloved game, Skellige. Oh, cool. I am convinced this step shall add variety to our pastime, further perfecting its perfection. I shall be delighted if you choose to play this faction during our event. Good luck and good Gwent to you all. Guide for the chessboard night. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stuff. We're not reading that.
Well composed pate, I must admit.
Ooh. Okay, so can we purchase a Gwent card from
like that,
you?
You must have your pick of the ladies.
Probably challenge them to the Gwent.
Normally, I'd encourage you to try our famed fisherman's chowder. But alas, we are all out of crayfish.
I bet crayfish chowder is awesome.
Else. Perch, for example.
Replace crayfish with fish, I beg you. What next? Vinegar for wine? Parsley for thyme? Huh? Your Nordlings are a pleasant lot, but about cuisine you know nothing.
Oh, look at that. Up for Gwent. Ha ha ha. Hey, what's going on, Steven? Alright, first, heard any rumors?
Got any gossip? Fishermen talking about anything interesting?
Yes, about a Nordling who would replace crayfish with pike.
I said perch, not pike.
Question.
And the tactless one. I do not eavesdrop on my clients, and I certainly don't repeat anything I chance to hear.
Well, you're useless in that regard.
Show me what you got in stock.
Sell me Gwent cards. Yeah. We knew we had Gwent cards. Werewolf. Alright, let's just buy them all. Muster. Find any cards with the same name in your deck, play them instantly. Alright. But none of these... Another Necker. But none of those are Skellige cards. It doesn't do me any good. Alright, well now that you've got some money on you, do I have any crap I can sell? Sure do. I got a whole bunch of stuff that ain't worth nothing. So these are all quest items which I need to stash. Ooh, rotten meat. Mmm. I'm keeping that. Okay, so for some reason I can't sell these. Weird. But that's okay. What other crap will he buy off of me? So is the audio getting screwed up for you guys too, or is it just me? Alright, so trophies we're gonna hold on to. I gotta put that on there. Could always use more gold. Nah, he doesn't want to buy any of that stuff. Alright, that's fine. He only has a coin left anyway. I'll hold off on playing him and Gwent because I know you guys aren't going to be too thrilled about watching me play Gwent.
With a fish hook like that, you must have
But
your pick of the length.
what I will do is I will see what I just earned.
Sure. You only hear them at night because they're scared of the gut.
Okay, I don't remember picking up anything from the Northern Realms or Scoia'tael. I think it was all Nilfgaardian and monsters. Yeah, so werewolf. So vampire, will it just appear then if anything's a so now I got a couple of ghouls, but they're not worth anything. They're only worth 1. So if I bring them out, the most I'll get is I'll bring out one of those and I'll get a total of 3. And Necker is kind of the same way. And I definitely have a pretty nasty hand otherwise. So how come... Alright, well, I guess might as well put that vampire in there too. I haven't really played a monster hand or monster deck, so I don't really know what I have that's really worth it. Those were all new, I think. Oh, I got 4 of those. Not really necessary to have 4 cards at level 3. Or worth 3, I mean. When I can add... Well, I wouldn't even have to add those, because... these are all a lot stronger. And they don't really have any abilities added to them. However, this one right here is worth adding because it's a nurse. Alright, so we're still going to stick with this because this has been my go-to. Alright, anyway. Moving on. Go to Corvo Bianco and examine the body kept in the cellar.
They come but to pour wine down their peasant gullets and start quarrels.
Alright, so there's not really anything let me take a peek at the map here. Places where you can begin new quests from Blood and Wine are marked with the exclamation mark in red icon. Okay. Okay, thanks for telling me that, although I don't see it anywhere. So we have a whole bunch of question marks already. But let's head directly for this quest to start. Let's see what kind of stuff we may encounter on the way to our location.
Guesses champion.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry.
Oh, some shit is going down. That's not good. Sounds like the fight's over.
Damn it. Killer must still be here.
Thanks for the stuff. Okay.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Killed with a single blow. Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not a Nekimara, though. Or a Fletter. Bruxa. Gotta be.
Alright, well, let's read this. Oh, look, piece of bouclair. Eyewitnesses to gruesome monster attacks always have a hard time describing the creature in question. The beasts move quickly and often attack at night. While the witnesses are terrified and primarily concerned with fleeing for their lives, as a result, witchers quite often have no inkling what creature they face until they find tracks or otherwise establish something for themselves. Such was the case with the beast tormenting Bouclair. Geralt knew it was deadly, elusive, and fiendishly clever. Everything else he heard was clearly the product of imaginations fed by fear of a dangerous predator. Okay, but that's not our biggest problem. Look at that ugly dude. Scurvers. Ugh. It's a giant. Okay, so vampires. A Bruxe. I think that's what he said. It's a naked vampire. If you must travel through the woods, steer clear of any places where you can hear several different kinds of birds at once. That sound means you're entering a Brux's territory and can kiss your life farewell. Anonymous piece of advice. Fortunately for us all, Bruxe are rare creatures. Most live far from population centers, where they care greatly for their own safety and make their lairs in places where they cannot be taken by surprise. So already it's odd that this thing is in town. Those who decide to live near men avoid crowds and emerge from their shelters only at night. When they do, one could almost mistake them for delayed travelers hurrying towards their night's lodging, yet subtle details give them away. Their close ties to birds, their piercing voices, and the breathtaking speed of their movements. Bruxe are far swifter and stronger than men, but their greatest asset is their ability to turn invisible. Wonderful! Oops. Bruxe dart about with uncanny speed, and with their power and visibility, they can easily confuse opponents and attack unexpectedly or from behind. Thus, when fighting these vampires, the moon dust bomb is a great aid. While it cannot eliminate the vampire's invisibility altogether, it can make it easier to track its motions. A generous smearing of vampire oil is also effective. Bruxa use their sharp claws to attack and can easily break through an opponent's guard by buffeting him with a hail of blows from all directions. They will try to bite their prey and drink its blood once it's weakened, so every witcher who expects to encounter such a monster should swallow a black blood potion beforehand. Bruxa are also known for their sonic attacks, which knock down and stun their prey. Okay. Well, that's some stuff to know about. Oops. So, obviously, a vampire oil. Do I have a black blood? I don't know if I have that. I mean, I might. I hope I do. Yeah, I sure do. Real quick, what was the other thing? Jordan, okay.
Black blood and moon dust. Could be lifesavers. In the summer, gotta be.
What did you
Footprints.
hop?
Small bare feet lead deeper into the cellar. Hurled against the wall with great force.
Maybe I shouldn't have used the black blood already, because...
Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
Ew.
You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
That's a big hand.
We don't have to fight.
But we're gonna.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
Well, you suddenly got real ugly. No! Damn it. Damn it. I was hurting. Alright, let's just start with the fight. Let's not have to go through the whole discovering of all the body parts and stuff first. Come on, let's get back to it. Don't make me wait forever, game. So, let's do this. So would any of you guys be interested in footage of my band's first show? Because I could probably put that up on my channel if I record it myself. Otherwise, if I feel like we sound decent and if the whatever recording gets done, if it comes out all right. Well, that was a hell of a start. She is fast. Good lord.
Time to end this.
Whoop. Oh, you're gonna die. Yeah, like I said. Man. Oh, just die. You don't have to take 10 years to do it.
All these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
I don't know, Geralt. Let's go find out. As we talk with our brusque way of talking. Oh, got a repair kit. Alright, so we'll go look at the... Alright, first, let me see something. So we picked up this new armor and stuff. Is it better than what I have? That's not. That's all I've picked up is just gauntlets? I thought I picked up more than that. Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright, so really nothing that I picked up is better than what I got. That's fine. And I need to get my Ursine armor maxed out to Grandmaster. But in the meantime, I'll still wear this other stuff.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat.
Fish eggs.
A pouch, bulging with coins.
Huh.
Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
As I said in the first place, I'd be very surprised if whatever the beasts are, if it's one or if it's several. I'd be very surprised if it was acting on its own.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victims.
It looked like a
Must have
monster's.
not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time.
What about the ring on its
Examine the
finger?
tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Yeah, let's put the living thing in our pocket.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Good plan, good plan. Alright, anything else worth taking that's down here? Because we do need to sell a lot of stuff and make money. Alright, let's get out of here, girl. Anything around here to loot? No. I mean, we're a Witcher. We're here to help people, but, you know. We also need to make our own money. Alright, so this is the wine cellar. So what, it slaughtered everybody that was here? Key required. Now when it says key required, I just assume that there is a key. And yet so many times it says key required in other places. It's like, oh, you'll never get in here. That's not a door. Can't get in there either. Oh, that's I wasn't expecting to go in. I actually just launched myself in here and kind of scared myself. Cheese. I don't know about you guys, but I could eat a block of cheese easily. I love cheese. I mean, hey, everybody's dead. They're not going to miss it. Was this the door that I couldn't go through before? I can't unlock it from inside? That's weird. Alright, well. This place has seen better days. Let's go talk to our friend and say, hey, guess what? A Bruxa killed everybody that was in this town. Or maybe not the town, but that little area. What's that? Cool. Hey, that guy won his fight. All right. Neat. Hello. Okay, that's an actual dude. That's not some random nobleman. Okay. Is that our friend? No, just some random guy. Some random guy with a name. I'm sure we'll talk to him at some point. What's the haps?
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
That's right.
Yeah, virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins. The cutter of Casteldaccia too.
Moral victory, that's what counts.
Rubbish.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Damn it, those kids were smarter than we took them for.
Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
So why is that girl crying?
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells dangling from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher?
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, a young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's capture a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get himself killed.
Let's go.
So what do you think? He gets himself in trouble and we have to save him?
To fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Yep, we're gonna have to jump in and save him. Yeah, celebrate before the fight's over. That's smart.
Damn it. We have to help him.
Life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
Ow.
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the witches had triumphed against the rocks.
Ow.
Fire to the wood. For nothing in this struggle can come to any good. What was all in the past?
Well, so much for my controller. The controller decided to turn itself off for some reason. Does anyone else's PlayStation do that? Just at random, because this is the second controller I've had for this particular PlayStation 4, and just at random, the controller just like turns off, and it's not because it's like out of battery, because it's fully juiced. Just weird. Usually doesn't happen in the middle of a fight, but this time it did. Now, I wonder how to deal with this thing. I mean, I'm looking at Quen as trying to keep myself from getting smashed. But I don't know what to use against this thing. Like, I don't know if it's an Ogroid or... I don't imagine it's going to pop up in here at all. Relics. Oh. It's a relic. Okay. Relic oil and Ard. Yar! Ard. Okay. Well, I'm glad I looked just to see.
Gotta keep it down.
Damn, I cannot stay out of this thing's way.
Nothing in this struggle can come to any good.
So I don't know how to hit it. My friend dead now? Or just knocked out? He's dead now? Great. How do I hit it? Like.
How long you gonna make me wait?
I don't understand what I need to do to actually do damage to this thing. Like, I'm not doing any damage to it whatsoever. That didn't do anything.
Not good. Shit.
Okay, what type of bomb? Samum, I think it said.
Waited till the time was true, then 12 guns and spun, struck the monster right through. But the foe who leads are the lost first first, so the witcher wound is firmer than its power arc earth.
So how did I do damage to it a moment ago? I don't understand.
What now?
God damn it. That was a waste. Okay. That's new. Whew. Well, our friend better not be dead.
that Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
You people are assholes. That's how I feel about
Master Geralt,
bullfighting.
do
I
what
hate
you
it.
must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
What about my friend? Okay, good.
I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help. Guillaume.
And then this idiot.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Yeah. Well, you people are idiots.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
Okay.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
Dandelion. Nothing but trouble.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Dr. Mindbender?
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa. A kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Yes.
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I'm straight up telling you that it was done crappily. It was not sloppily, crappily. Hold on 1 second, guys. Checking something real quick. Okay, information I didn't need. Alright.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help.
No, you're not.
I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
The hell does that mean?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information.
So, we kind of have ourselves a little headquarters, which is interesting. I wonder if they build upon that, or it's just where we need to go to do our alchemy and all that kind of stuff. Or investigations and whatnot.
How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Okay, and what about the other guy?
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me, an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
Okay.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
This is very interesting.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places, under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
So this kind of goes what I was saying earlier, that if someone has an issue with how they're straying from the old ways, that they're, whoever it is pissed, and they're trying to get people scared into reverting to those ways. And if that means moral decay, well, it fits.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such, earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the Hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The Hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner.
Oh,
And you,
he makes
Richard,
sense.
follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
It's not like you really have a choice in the matter.
Your Grace!
Oh no! Look at Geralt! Of course, he's got to check out what he can see.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
So what is she, a countess? Is that what her title is? So she seems pretty cool. I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon, guys.
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle. Hey-ya!
Come on, Roach. Don't run over the kids.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said!
Duchess. She's a duchess, not a countess.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Okie dokie.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. But I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Okay.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs round, over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other Phoenix Egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Okie dokie.
Fiorano of the 1290 vintage. I do encourage you to try it.
Alright, whatever, dude. Whatever you say.
What were to call a state courageous or coward? What other part of the state would one have in mind?
Unicorns are thought to like music.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey, folks. Gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
What's up, horse? The big horse. Come on, Geralt, you know better than that. Really? Find a treat? We actually have to give him a treat. Ah.
Cold game's not likely to tempt a unicorn. Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
You have a new quest item. Alright, great. It's an apple. Oh, horsey horse, where'd you go? Seriously? I like how it's unicorn in parentheses.
An apple.
Or quotations,
Yum.
I mean. An apple, yum. Yum, yum.
Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
What are you trying to tell me something?
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps they not counter to
No, I kind of just walked into the water.
What a scoundrel.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed up trace, In my domain, I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Alright, very good, very good.
Why, you bomb-botched wreck!
I'm an asshole, sorry.
Disgraceful.
Doth one know? It's positively useless. She can't possibly see.
Hello, unicorn.
Huh? What?
Who? Huh? Whoa.
That's my knees ache something horrible.
Alright, come on, we're almost there.
How do I muster the strength for it?
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. Or shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, end with a mouse with a head of hard cheese. Cave?
Groans, hollows. Could be a cave, I guess.
Now that's just silly. Look, if we take grow, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, we get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go.
Interesting.
Wait here.
What the butch?
What was that?
So, this guy looks like a vampire, right? And it was another type of vampire that was looking at the body. So, was this a type of vampires guild? Or even not a guild, but like
I'm
just
here.
And who are you?
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm.
Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Not here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but you'll not get the chance.
You got ugly, dude. Okay, well, we know that you're a vampire. And just in case, if there's an update. Wait, he's considered a beast.
Kill again.
Oh, this guy sucks. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
Where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
What the hell?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones.
Well, obviously something from a game I didn't play. How'd you regenerate? He's a vampire. I think that's obvious.
Miraculous regeneration. How'd you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Huh.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
So was this
Probably
guy
same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
always a vampire, even when Geralt first met him?
The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Wait. Milton's already dead? When did that happen? Why do I feel I completely missed it? I mean, I know we chased the vampire here. So he killed Milton and then I chased him here? Did I just... my son was in here earlier talking to me, so maybe that happened when he was talking. And I totally missed it. Eh. Well then.
You must allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
That's right. Don't get in my way, goddammit. Alright, everybody. That's where we're going to have to leave this, because I got to go to work. So, yeah, this, I enjoyed the last DLC quite a lot. I thought that story was cool. And this one I'm already very intrigued. Especially because we're talking about vampires, and I love vampire lore, so I'm even more into this right now. So, yeah, I'm digging it. I will probably be on tomorrow at some point. Not sure exactly when. Can't make any promises, but I plan to at least. So hopefully I'll be able to jump back into this tomorrow and carry on with our little vampire story. But in the meantime, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this DLC so far. I certainly have. So if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification button, and do all that YouTube stuff. And until the next one, which hopefully will be tomorrow, peace.